All right, so what's up, everybody out there? How y'all doing? This is Strong Style here. It's good to be back on because, yeah, I've been busy lately because, yeah, I have a couple of nephews now. My brother had his second child. So there are times, yeah, I've been taking care of him almost every single day now. So it takes time for me to get back on the channel, do a video for you guys. And yeah, it is the 31st now of 2025, so the last day. So everyone, happy New Year's to all of you. And thanks for the ones who check out my channel, who have subscribed to my channel, and check out my videos. Thank you for that. So here we're gonna get back on Dawn of the New Era. So yeah, create your name, create your password, get in. I like this better than Duel Masters. It's only because that, yeah, as I always say, Duel Masters, okay, it's a fun, popular game for Yu-Gi-Oh! The only thing is, what you're really going to be getting when you start off the game is not really the deck that you're going to want to start off with. You're just going to be given whatever cards, and hopefully you can win with those cards. When particularly, possibly, you're not going to have the high advantage of possibly knowing you could possibly win with just those cards instead of the cards that you possibly play. So here I am. We're going to talk about and make one of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks, and this is an actual new one. I haven't done this yet, but I started play testing it, and then I'm willing to try it and show you guys, of course, yeah, on the game of how it is done and how it's played. And I'll be making it for you guys. So here we go to the deck. You see right here, this is my Morganite deck. Of course, yeah, I did make a Morganite deck, and I did make it right here for you guys to see. And I was playing Morganite. So we're not talking about Morganite. So let's clear it. And now we're going to go with a new deck. Okay, this is going to be using the Earthbound Immortals. Earthbound. And then I'm saying Earthbound Immortals is because, yeah, there's Earthbounds in here. It is the only deck what I would love to do, and my two things I love to do playing from the extra deck is Fusion and Synchro. Fusion and Synchro. No Link, no Exceed. Just Fusion and Synchro. Now, what I love about the deck also is that imagine you could do both of those moves at the exact same time with just those two monsters. Let's say the two monsters. You're gonna synchro and link both at the same time with those two monsters. Of course, yeah, we know you can fuse, you can synchro with like maybe you have four monsters on the field, and you're gonna use two to synchro and you use two to fuse. Or you get the method of what I'm saying. Maybe, of course, polymerization. Maybe you have your monster in your hand and then the one in the field, and then you're gonna use your other three monsters, or two, whatever of the if that was a situation, you're gonna synchro. So yeah, but I'm talking about just two monsters. You synchro and fuse with those two monsters exactly at the same time. No other deck can do this. Now, this is an Earthbound deck. Plus, what I love to do also is if I can combine another deck with this. So it's not just Earthbound. What I'm also putting in here that I'm going to show you is what's called the Horus. I've been trying to figure out how to run the Horus. So yeah, if you saw Horus, what I did with the King of Skull Servants, yeah, okay, it does work, but only if you're gonna really go one-on-one. Most of the time now, I'm going tag team. If I go one-on-one, possibly King of the Skull Servant will work. But if I'm talking about a deck that can possibly help, okay, yeah, I guess I would say my partner. What deck? So I've been trying to figure out what kind of decks would still be, well, that's playable, but it's for a tag team as well, not just a one-on-one, because that's most of my decks. It's considered one-on-one decks if you're playing one-on-one. So it takes time for me to figure out, like, all right, if that's going to be a deck that you're going to be playing, but it's still for like a one-on-one, but that's the deck you're going to be using for a tag team. Okay, it's going to take a while. So I'm going to talk about, and we're going to be making my Earthbound Horus deck. If you do not know what Horus is, well, we know Horus, but let's get on with the video, and then I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So Earthbound. See, in Dawn of the New Era, you could just type in and look at all the cards you got for Earthbounds. You could type in whatever. And then, of course, yeah, there is the limited banded, limited semi-limited OCG, TCG, so on and so forth. If you know the attack and defense of what monster you're talking about, write it down here. The category of what you're looking for, rather if it's a monster, spell, or trap. So it's just, yeah. Rank level, okay, pretty much. That's for extra deck of doing Exceed, and then the scale, most likely of if you're gonna do Pendulum. So Earthbound, just type in whatever kind of deck you're looking for. So Earthbound. You see everything right here of Earthbounds. So first I'm going to talk about the monsters, and then we're going to go back to this when it comes down to talking about more of the Earthbound. So Earthbound Prison. Earthbound Prisoner Groundkeeper. It is a tuner. Level 1 monster. If this card has no more special summon, you can special summon one level 5 or lower Earthbound monster from your deck or graveyard, except Earthbound Prisoner Groundkeeper. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except fusion or synchro monsters, which you are going to be doing, so it doesn't affect you. Because for the whole turn still, you can fuse and synchro, which that's all you're doing. You're not exceeding, you're not linking. All you're doing is fusion and synchro. You can only use this effect of Prisoner Groundkeeper once per turn. Earthbound monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while this card is on the field with the field spell card rather you control or your opponent controls. Just a field zone. Rather you or your opponent, if there is one, you have Earthbound Groundkeeper on there. All your Earthbound Immortal monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So, Earthbound Groundkeeper. Earthbound Stone Sweeper. It is 16 attack, level 5. Try not to think of it like just because you have a low attack right there, it's because, and you have a level 5 monster. Don't think of it that way. I would not depend on just because of the attack. I would depend on what the effects are of this Stone Sweeper. If there is a field zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. Interesting. You can only special summon Earthbound Stone Sweeper once per turn this way. You can discard this card to add one level 3 or lower Beam Tuner from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good also. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except fusion or synchro monsters. And this can only be done once per turn. So, Groundkeeper, when summoned, special summon a level 5 or level or lower and summon these out. So this is an instant already summon to special summon, and that's already 5/1/6 synchro monster you can bring out instantly, straight like that, easily. Now right here, the Earthbound Linewalker is a tuner. Your other tuner. So these are your only tuners that you can have in the deck. Now, Earthbound Linewalker, if this card has no more special summon, you can add one Earthbound Prison or Harmonic Synchro Fusion from your deck to the graveyard. From your deck or graveyard, add it to your hand. That's when you're going to want to get, Earthbound Prison, I'm going to show you what it is, and then I'm going to show you what Harmonic Synchro is. This is your only Earthbounds for regular Earthbounds. So I'll keep it right there with the Earthbounds. Now we're going to go with Horus. Because, yeah, this is using Horus as well. I've been trying to figure out what to do. We know the original Dark Horus. We know the level 4. Go into level 6. Go into level 8. And then the Dark Horus. If you do not know what this Horus is, you possibly have seen players who have done this. Using these Horus's cards. So Emseti, Glory of the Horus. This is what I love about this card. And yeah, you saw I did it with the King of Skull Servant. But let's pass that away, and I'm just saying like, all right, this is the new card for Horus, but this is for my Earthbound. If you control King Sarcophagus, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. It's a free monster you're gonna get. You can special summon Imseti Glorious once per turn this way. You can use the following effects Imseti of Glorious, Glory of Horus once per turn. You can send 2 cards from your hand, including this card. So that would mean you're sending away Horus and another card. Send them to the graveyard. Then you add 1 King Sarcophagus. That's a free King Sarcophagus you're going to get instantly straight like that, and you could possibly play Horus. And if you do it this way, you'll be able to draw 1 card. If another card of cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your monster zone, you can send 1 card from the field to the graveyard. Not destroy it, not banish it, send it. Glory of Horus. It's a free monster you're going to get. Then there's Quinsef Protection. I think that's the way you say it. Quincenef. I don't know how to say it correctly, but if I said it wrong, my mistake. I'm sorry about that. But Horus, and then the Happy. The only 3. The only others I would not put in is because I'm not using an actual Horus deck. Now, okay, let's go with Protection of Horus. If you control King Sarcophagus, you can special this card from your graveyard. Another free monster. So when you have King Sarcophagus and you activate the effect when it comes to your turn, that's special summon, special summon. You special summon these huge big monsters out as your protection, and you have some big monsters out than just your Earthbounds. You can have more on the field, and this is when the Horuses are going to get pretty crazy. So, Protection of Horus. Special summon this way. Okay. If another card of cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effects while this card is in your monster zone, during the damage step, you can activate this effect. This turn, your opponent's monsters cannot target Horus monsters for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target Horus monsters on the field with card effects. This is your protection. Your opponent cannot attack the Horuses. Your opponents can't activate targets if they cannot target on Horus. You just have these Horus monsters on the field, and they're just there. As long as you have King Sarcophagus, they can't do anything to the Horus. They're just there. Now, Happy, same thing. Imagine that. If you control King Sarcophagus, you can special this card from your graveyard as well. So, special summon, special summon, special summon. Get free monsters. Special summon out these monsters for free. And then already you can get your player ready with King Sarcophagus because you're just going to get a free monster. Now, Happy, special summon this way. Okay, when you have King Sarcophagus. Now, when this card is in the monster zone, during damage step, if this card, if you control, leaves the field. Okay, if another card of cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, while this card is in your monster zone, except during damage step, you can target 2 cards that are banished and or in the graveyards, either add them both to the hand or shuffle them into the deck. Only once per turn. These are free monsters you're going to get. Free. Yeah, free sounds like 3, which yeah, you're going to be able to send from your graveyard 3 big monsters out, and you're going to get these for free. It's like easy. And these are the only Horus cards I'm putting in the deck. Now, okay. Back with our Earthbound. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, so back to Earthbound. Now, there are some Earthbound Immortals I'm putting here. It's not bad to run the Earthbound Immortals. So, there are different kinds. Now, there are only 3 I put in here. We'll make this 4 because, okay, first, if you're going to go with the original Earthbound Immortals, I'm going with the Spider, the Blue Giants, and the Bird. So Eru, the spider, Kapak Apu, I think that's what you say, the blue giant, and Lisepisku, which would be the bird. Now, the rule of Earthbound Immortals, there can only be one on the field, and there must be a field spell. If there is no field spell, they're destroyed. The only 3 Earthbound Immortals, and then what I mean by the 4th one is because the Red Nova. This is the one that you're going to want to run 3 of. So, Red Nova, and this is the reason why you want to run 3. There can only be one Earthbound Immortal monster on the field. Okay, that's the rule for Earthbound Immortals. Now, here's the thing about this. Okay, here's the interesting part about this. You can banish this card from your hand or graveyard. Send one Earthbound Immortal monster or Red Dragon Archfiend from your hand or face-up zone to the graveyard. Apply one of the following effects. You rather special summon one Earthbound monster, no matter what it is, an Earthbound monster, from your deck or extra deck. Or you special summon one Red Nova Dragon from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summoning. Imagine that, yeah. Red Dragon Archery, no, but it said send an Earthbound Immortal monster. And imagine that. Imagine just in your first turn, you get an Earthbound Immortal monster and an Earthbound Red Nova. That's already banished this, send this from your hand to the graveyard, and you're going to be able to bring out any of those 2, which, yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys. So that's what I'm doing. And then I can say there's possibly a third thing I'm going to do with this deck, adding in a third part to it. And that's with, I'll spell it right here. You're still going to use Kaijus. Not all of them. No interpreted slumber, not Kaiju interpreted slumber. Just 5 Kaijus. So, because always, I'm so good with Kaijus. So, Star Destroyer, Lightning Strike, Mad Flame, Gamma Seal. And then the only reason why I'm using Graydon is because there's going to be some part where you're going to need a dark monster in the deck. No Mystery Dust, no Sticky String this time. Just these 5. Now again, Kaijus. The rule is you can only control 1. Give your opponent a Kaiju. Send the monster. It's not destroying it. It's not banishing. It's sending it. And they have different attacks. So give your opponent the lowest Kaiju. Give yourself the highest Kaiju if you have a Kaiju. Play one for yourself. This is what I'm doing. So there is Earthbound, Horus, Earthbound Immortals, and Kaiju. Now, if you saw before, there is no Dark Arm Dragon. There is no, I had Dark Arm Dragon in here. No Dark Arm Dragon. There's no need to put it in here. But I love, yeah, Dark Arm Dragon. It's my favorite dragon out of all in the game. So, no, there's no point of doing Dark Arm Dragon here. So that's for monsters. All right. So that's the monsters right there. Earthbound, Horus, Earthbound Immortal, Kaiju. So that's like 3 things into 1. No, let's count that as 4 things. So Earthbound is 1, Horus is 2, Earthbound Immortals is 3, 4 Kaiju. Okay, that's pretty cool. 4 decks into 1. All right. Back to Earthbound. Because now it's magic cards we're going to be talking about. All right. Earthbound Prison. The field spell for Earthbounds. Now, this is searchable when you play Line Walker, because it's getting Earthbound or, of course, Harmonic Synchro Fusion. I'll show you what Harmonic Synchro Fusion is in a bit. So first, this can be searchable for Earthbound Prison. While this card is activated, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. This card gains the effect. While this card is in your field zone, negate the effects of all face-up monster that you chose, that you target. Negate the effect. All right, so you negate it. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Earthbound monster in addition to your normal summon. So do another summoning. of an Earthbound monster. You only gain this effect once per turn. If this monster in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and if you have an Earthbound monster in your field or graveyard, half your opponent's life points, and if you do, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls until the end of this turn. They destroy this, they're going to have to pay the cost, which is they're going to lose half of their life points. Good. Earthbound Fusion. Imagine this, yeah, so Earthbound Fusion, just like Ultimate Fusion, just like Super Poly, just like Polymerization, Red Eyes Fusion, Miracle Fusion, Dark Fusion, yeah. The Earthbound Fusion is for the Earthbounds. So, while here's a kick to this, the second part to it, and this is what I love about it. Here's the kicker to it, of this card. So yeah, you make one Dark Fusion monster. Alright. Using materials from your hand or field as material, just like any other fusion card. Now, if you have a field spell in your graveyard and you have Earthbound Fusion in your graveyard, you can remove from play Earthbound Fusion and special summon an Earthbound monster from your hand or graveyard. That's the kicker to this card. No other fusion card can do this, and it is okay. The only fusion cards that are pretty much quick plays is Earthbound Fusion and Super Poly. That's it. Ultimate Fusion for Blue Eyes, that's not a quick play. Red Eyes Fusion, it's not a quick play. Branded Fusion, not a quick play. Polymerization, not a quick play. So yeah, some fusion cards are quick plays, like Earthbound Fusion, and it has the second effect. This is the kicker effect, which is, yeah, you can banish this, special summon an Earthbound monster. Any Earthbound monster. That's what I love about this card. Earthbound Fusion. Too bad it can't be searched from Line Walker, or else that would have been like totally messed up. Alright, so now, okay. Alright. Harmonic Synchro Fusion. This is also certain. Okay, so Line Walker searches for Prison or Harmonic Synchro Fusion. Harmonic Synchro Fusion is the card that's going to help you, that's going to let you synchro and fuse with only two monsters, because you send one tuner and one non-tuner from your face-up field to the graveyard. So they must be on the field. Special summon both of the following monsters from your extra deck. So the two monsters that you're going to be using, you must Synchro Fusion. So you can do a Synchro Fusion. So it's like, yeah, do your Synchro Fusion. As well as also use the same, so use two to Synchro Fuse, right? Then use the same two once again to do a Fusion summon. Only two monsters. So your tuner and whatever, it's going to be Synchro, right? Same thing at the exact same time, but fuse at the exact same time. Harmonic Synchro Fusion is the card for it. And you'd only put one in, because even if it's in the graveyard, Line Walker can search for it, even if it's in the graveyard. Revive it right back. That's why you only want to use one. This is the card. Harmonic Synchro Fusion. And it's a fun card to use. This is why I like this deck. It's just so fun. And again, you see these cards, they're not broken cards. It may look like it's broken, like, no way, this is just crazy. Yeah, it could be crazy, but crazy fun. Not crazy like, oh my god, this is so serious now. He's gonna kill me with these monsters. No, I bet these cards can go against those cards. Even if, I'm not playing Ash Blossom, I'm not playing anything like that. Those will be like, all right, that's it, forget it. I'm not playing against this deck because they have too much to it. But you see in this deck, there is no cards like that. And I bet these cards can go against them because I have gone against them. and they have stopped me from, okay, fusing, right? Who cares? I still have my Kaijus. I can get rid of their, I can do whatever. Kaiju screwed up a lot of decks. Going against, Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith can wipe, or any kind of blink, whatever. Kaijus can screw them over. Send them. It doesn't destroy them. It just sends them. When I bring out so many monsters out, even with a high monster, I'm bringing out high monsters. I'm going to synchro into high monsters. But none of these cards here are broken. They're not broken. Unless I was playing Infinite Permanence or Ash Blossom, Yvette Valers, Nibiru. Okay, yeah, that's broken. But for me, I'm not using those. And it doesn't look broken. Then you go King Sarcophagus. Okay, it is searchable for. So this one you have King Sarcophagus. Horus monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Send one Horus. So this is what I mean by send away your cards. So even if you send away like Red Nova, so what? You send away the Stone Sweeper or the Line Walker, so what? With Earthbound Groundkeeper, if you have it, you can special summon these from your graveyard. It doesn't have to be from your hand. So it doesn't really affect you. Or if you get rid of Earthbound Fusion and you have a field spell, remove this from play, summon out an Earthbound monster. That's what I'm saying. It's not really going to affect you. Even if you got rid of Harmonic Synchro Fusion, fine, get rid of it. And bring out, and yeah, send away your Horuses. And then when the effect of bringing out your Horuses, and then let's say the Line Walker, it can search for Harmonic Synchro Fusion even if it's in your graveyard. Because it's from the hand, from your deck, or from the graveyard. Get it to your hand. It doesn't affect me, even if I got rid of them. If I had to get rid of my Kaijus, okay, fine. But there are so many ways I can just bring this out. And it is searchable for Horus. Get rid of Horus. And any other card, maybe your Earthbound Immortals, whatever it's going to be. Get your King Sarcophagus, start your plays once again. And then, yeah, you're still going to be able to bring this out. It's like you're recycling your entire field to your graveyard. Just recycling those. And it's just amazing what I love about this. Okay. Walls of the Imperial Tomb. The field spell for the Horuses. So, all right, this card becomes King Sarcophagus. Okay, when you activate this, search for a Horus card. Free Horus already. Get your Horus. If you do not have it yet, but you have Walls of the Imperial Tomb, search for your Horus. Get it instantly, straight like that. Then, one card must go to the bottom of the deck. Okay, who cares? Just get your Horus already. And then if I didn't say what Horus is, yeah, when you do this, draw one card. If you do the Horus play. This is called King Sarcophagus as well. And then remember, even for the little groundkeeper, as long as there is a field spell about the effect of none of your monsters can be destroyed, it doesn't have to be prison. It could be any field spell. And then just Raigeki. So many versions also in the game, but I'm just going with this version. Well, archetype. I just say I'm sorry if I say fusion archetype artwork design that they did of Harpy Spellduster, Raigeki, and then okay, did spell out one for one, except it's not showing me one for one. I have to go all the way to where the magic cards are at. So let's go all the way down. Did I pass one for one? And there it is. There you go. 40 card deck. No trap cards. So you saw before, like, yeah, I did have compulses in there, Book of Moons. It's not in here. Metaverse. There's no need to use Metaverse in here. Compulse, no, nothing like that. It's just these 40 cards. That's the deck. Now with the extra deck. Okay, back to Earthbounds. Grenina is a fusion or harmonic synchro fusion. You need an Earthbound monster and a dark monster. You got Dark Share, and then this, and then again, yeah, I did not recognize this. Look at Horus. It's a dark monster. And then that's why I put in Kaiju, Raiden, because you need a dark monster. Or even just, yeah, remember? Think of the play right here. Prison, or even you have this on the field. And you send away your Earthbounds, but you have Earthbound Fusion, remove from play, special summon any of these. See, it's like, look at all the methods you have of you can bring these out even if you got rid of them. Earthbound Fusion, remove it, special summon one. It's just so fun. So many ways when you play a deck where you can do so much more than just your one actual thing. If you're talking about we know OTK decks, all you care about is just one thing. But all I care about is like 4 things. Kaiju, Horus, Synchro, bringing out Earthbounds. It's just crazy fun. I just love it. I mean, come on, have fun like that. There, look how much you can, like, yeah, none of those cards, nothing. But of what I'm describing, and I'm going to show you guys, look how much fun you can have with this. And I bet there are ways, like, fine, they're like stopping from doing Horus. Fine, then what if I still have Earthbound Fusion? Earthbound Fusion, that's a dark. I can still go on. And if I had my field spell, imagine that. Field spell. Horus, I'm going to send away. They stop this? Fine. Earthbound Fusion. Send this away and send away a Earthbound. And then when I have Earthbound Fusion, remove it from play. Special summon the one I just threw away. See, it's just crazy. Look how much you can do. And then if my draw is King Sarcophagus, fine. Bring these right back out. It's just crazy fun. I'm just telling you, look how much fun you can have than just depending on one actual thing or just depending on your hand track cards. Anyways, okay. Kraken. 2 Earthbound monsters. Earthbound monsters, doesn't matter. And then, yeah, if this card is special summon, you can add a field spell. Okay. But it didn't say Earthbound Prison. It could be any field spell. Search for your Imperial Tomb if you want. The special summon, okay, if a monster or monster is a special summon from your opponent's extra deck during damage step, you can destroy as many monsters you control, your opponent controls, as possible. That were special summon this turn. If you do, inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent for each destroyed. Come on, this is just awesome. Why not destroy your opponents? Doesn't have to be your monsters. Have the effects of burning them, destroying them. Kaiju, you're gonna break their boards. That's what you want to do. Just don't depend on the actual monsters of, attacking. Look how many effects you can do still. Kaiju's effects. You get rid of break your opponent's board, bringing out monsters. And Kraken, I showed you. Burn. Just amazing. And then Gracia. I love Gracia. Okay, you need an Earthbound Fusion monster and an Earthbound Synchro monster. It's not hard. I'll admit to you this. But Gracia must be Fusion summoned. Okay, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster, change that monster's attack and defense to 0. And if a monster is in your opponent's possession is destroyed by battle or card effect, you're going to destroy all cards your opponent controls. Destroy them. You can use this effect of Earthbound Geogracia once per turn. If this face-up card is that its owner leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can special summon one Earthbound monster from your deck or extra deck. Special summon one. Crazy, right? This is gone. Special summon one. Any. You can special summon any. Does not say an Earthbound monster. Earthbound Immortal monster if you want. You can even summon out Red Nova. It's just, look how many things you can do. Destruction if they're just leaving. Special summoning if they're leaving. And if these are in the graveyard, Earthbound Fusion, bring these out. Just amazing. I love how much fun you can have. So that's for, okay, Fusion. Now we'll go with Synchro. Geo Gremlin. Gremlin. Okay, 6. So here's your 6. A Dark Tuna, okay. During your main phase, target, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls. Target. See, this is just crazy. Now your opponent has to choose one of these effects. Rather, 1, they destroy their own monster. Destruction. Or 2, they're gonna keep that monster, their monster, but you're gonna gain the life, but you are gonna gain the life points of what that monster's attack is. My God, this is just crazy. You can also chain if you want to. Rather your opponent or your turn, Gremlin, banish Gremlin, banish any other monster to go into a fusion. Fusion summon. So this is why when it comes down to, even if you have these out, you declare attack, activate, banish away, bring out Gracia. It's not hard to do. Year 8. You can special summon one Earthbound monster from your graveyard in defense position. Any Earthbounds. Just have your field spell, bring out your Earthbound Immortals. Bring out any. I wish the Horuses were Earthbounds, but no, they're not. Now, also, can I special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Fusion or Synchro? Remember, like I just said, that's all you're doing. If this card is in its owner's possession, if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, destroy one card on the field. Then inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each Earthbound Earthbound monster with a different name in the field and graveyard. Look at this. Destruction, damage. And these are just by effects. Come on, I'm telling you. Have some fun doing this kind of stuff. I love this. It's just absolutely fun. Now that's for Earthbounds. Now we'll go with other synchro monsters that I do. There are times you're gonna need to do a 7. You're gonna make a 7. So I would go, okay, 7, you're possibly gonna go Black Rose Dragon, right? No, Black Rose Dragon is not a monster you want to use in here because you do not want to get rid of your field. So what I chose to do is Cyber Quantum Dragon. It's a 7. While you control a Link monster, okay, forget that part. I would depend on what you're reading, right? Okay, no, let me get to it. Okay, forget this sentence right here. I would go with right here. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can return that opponent's monster to the hand. Also, this can make a second attack in a row. I wouldn't say this is broken. I'd say this is broken fun. Broken fun. This is just too awesome fun to me. Draco, okay. There's so many. But it's oh wait, let me go back to the synchro mod. Okay, Draco Berserker. And then Red Dragon is what I'm gonna finish off with. So let's get to Red Dragon. Oh my god, so many things for Red Dragon. Okay. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Once per turn, you can destroy as many other special summon monsters effect on the field as possible with attack less than or equal to this part. Inflict 500 points of damage for each monster destroyed. Come on. And then sometimes you're going to be able to make a red Nova Dragon. That's the deck. See? Nothing in here shows it's broken. Like I say, yes, broken, but broken fun. As I keep on saying, broken fun because this is just too fun. Do you see anywhere there's Ash Blossom? No. We know Ash Blossom, that's a broken, messed up card. I wish was gone, but they're not going to ban it. Evac Veiler, no. Nibiru, no. Infinite Permanence, no. Forbidden Droplet, no. Any Solemns, no. Nothing like that. Let's try a duel. Now I'm just practicing with these type of, decks. Okay, so of course you can go against any deck. Let's see. I'm going first, huh? Okay. Summon. Well, activate the effects. Banish away Earthbound Pisku. Send away Horus. Activate once again. Because you can do this up to 4 times. Okay, send you away. Now send away First Protection. Once again, send you away. Send away the Happy. Normal summon. Stone Sweeper. Synchro Fuse. Oh boy. Remember what I said? Just like that. Bring out 3 monsters. Only when you have King Sarcophagus. And I just brought out Synchro Monster. See, if I didn't have these Horuses, it would just be Gremlin. But when you have Horus now, that's 4 monsters. Okay, why not? Once per turn. And he has to deal with all this. No, I'm not gonna activate. I just swear, just look at this. 2 turns. That's it. All right then. Let's try Evil Swoon. Ah, okay. Well then, let's just start this right over. Go ahead, draw your cards. I don't care. All I care about is bringing these monsters out instantly at the end of my turn. I would have had no monster if without these Horus cards. Your anti-spell fragments me. Oh man, this is gonna suck now. Main phase 2, I'll set a Earthbound Fusion then. Oh boy, you had just taken away one of my monsters. You are gonna pay the price now. Once per turn. You Solemn Strike it. Oh my. Man, you suck. No, not normal summon. But you'll pay the price for taking my monster. Shouldn't have taken my monster. Yes, I will declare the attack still. No effect. And wow, 50 life points left. Yeah, left, and I took it out. Alright, let's go. Oh boy, what else is there? Yeah, I know I chose Cyber Dragon, Evil Swarm, Blackwing, but those are like the decks I know I could possibly survive. If you're going against the computer, dueling robot, or even if you try to go against an actual character, it's gonna be like, oh my god, why'd you choose that deck to go against? Alright, let's try Lightsworn then. I'll try Lightsworn. Hmm. See what I mean by when you have Earthbound Immortal and an Earthbound King. See when I said activating? Activate. No. Special summon? Yes. And look what I can bring out. That Nova Dragon. Oh no, I shouldn't have chose that. Oh well. I could have done something different. Or you know what? Yes, I will then. Activate. Kraken. Fuse into making Kraken. Earthbound Prison. Activate. When you have a field spell on the field, you can remove from play Earthbound Fusion and bring out an immortal Earthbound Immortal monster. Nope. You'll take damage because these special summons. Just look at this. 28. 3,000. And I will finish you off with my Red Nova Dragon. That's how it goes. Alright, so I did some simple ones because, oh yeah, my video is almost about to be over right now for how much time I have. So yeah, that's how the deck goes. Now, sorry, I did not do the move of Harmonic Synchro Fusion, but you saw how it is when, yeah, bringing out a simple Red Nova Dragon. Or I could have brought any other. But you see how the deck is and see how much fun it is? If I did not have the Horus engine in there, I would have had no monsters. Or from the beginning of the first one, I would only have that one Gremlin. But now with the Horus now in there, I was able to bring out 4 to 5 monsters just in 1 to 2 turns. So then, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. So now this is my Earthbound, Horus, Immortal, Kaiju deck. You're only going to synchro and you're only going to fuse with this deck. So then, I'll be speaking to y'all later. Happy New Year to everyone. I'll be speaking to y'all later. Peace.